The first few weeks of September in 2022 have been a lot to process for the entire royal family, but perhaps especially for 9-year-old Prince George, 7-year-old Princess Charlotte, and 4-year-old Prince Louis. They started at a new school together, Lambrook School, a few weeks ago, and not long after classes began on their first day, lost their great-grandmother, Queen Elizabeth, which naturally brought a whole host of changes along with it. So when their mother told royal fans that her kids had all been quite curious about the funeral preparations for the late sovereignet, was totally understandable. Prince William spoke to staff members about the many levels of preparations that he and his family had watched get underway, and Middleton noted that she and her children had been watching the progress during the daily school run. As far as her 3 children were concerned, they all were apparently quite beady-eyed and curious about the security drones flying all over the grounds, and reportedly asked their parents about them. In other words, they were normal kids getting excited about all the goings-on in the area. The couple decided to keep their children going to school during the funeral preparations, in an effort to help them keep a sense of normal life. Moving on, a local school teacher who met the Prince of Wales during his visit with well-wishers told that Prince William spoke about George, Charlotte, and Louis, saying that they were trying to keep some sense of continuity for them at school and keep things as normal as possible. When speaking about the late Queen in a documentary to mark her 90th birthday back in 2016, Princess Catherine revealed what the monarch did to make her great-grandchildren feel welcome when they came to stay with her, whether that be in Balmoral, Windsor, or at Buckingham Palace. Catherine also revealed at the time that the late Queen doted on her 3 children was not mentioned, as he was not born at the time of the interview. She said, "I think she's very fond of Charlotte, always watching what she's up to. George is only 2.5 and calls her Gan, a late Queen." Elizabeth changed a royal law in 2013 to make sure Princess Charlotte would not be at a disadvantage as a result of her gender, as reports sons always took precedence in the line of succession. This meant that even though Princess Anne was her second eldest child, Princess Royal was put below her younger brothers in the line of succession, as male sons came first. However, the late Queen decided to scrap this rule in 2013 when she issued the Succession of the Crown Act. This act updated royal laws and meant that children would have equal rights to the throne regardless of their gender. This signaled a major change for Princess Charlotte, as this meant she kept her place in line to the throne and was not overtaken by a younger Prince Louis when he was born before her death. The late monarch was also seen publicly sharing a number of sweet moments with her great-grandchildren, who often accompanied her and the rest of the family on the balcony of Buckingham Palace for large royal occasions. In one of her last ever appearances on the balcony, the late Queen stood with Prince George by her side, with the young prince caught on camera beaming with pride at his gone at the moment. Charlotte's dad, Prince William, is first in line to the throne, with her older brother Prince George second. She is third in line to the throne, followed by her brother Prince Louis, who is fourth. While the children are set to play big roles in the royal family in years to come, especially when William takes to the throne at home, they live relatively ordinary childhoods. The children all attend Lambrook School together, which is a short drive from their 4-bedroom cottage on the Windsor Castle estate. The Wales is decided to relocate to the cottage from Windsor to give their children a more normal upbringing and allow them more privacy. Despite their place in line to the throne, the children live a relatively ordinary life away from the cameras and even help out around the house with chores and cooking.